this image.
I see it.
Oh, okay.
Tell me when you're ready.
Okay, I'm rolling.
I'm good. I'm rolling.
Okay.
Okay. Phil Butler, B-roll, take 5.
Okay.
So Phil, tell me about the objects here in this.
Well, these are just some little mementos that I collected from my time as a POW. When I came home, I was given a patch from the USS Midway, my ship, and this is a patch from my squadron, VA-22 Fighting Redcocks. And along with the little lapel button there just below it is a needle that's made out of bamboo, and I made that in prison by rubbing a piece of bamboo, rubbing a piece of actually bone on a rock, and to make a needle, and boring the hole was the hard part. You had to take a little tiny nail and work it with your fingers to make the hole in it.
How long did it take to bore the hole on that needle?
Oh gosh, I don't know. Time was of no issue, so probably a couple of hours, but you had to be careful and not split the bone. That was the key. And then these are clothespins that I made from bamboo, just taking pieces of bamboo and rubbing them on rocks and making all the little notches that you need to make, and put it together and wound it together with wire. So that's what I used. And we made these things and used them to hang up our wet clothing. And over here is a pair of nail clippers that I took from a guard the day before I left prison. I had asked to borrow them from him, and he gave them back, and he put them back in his top pocket in his uniform, and didn't have a flap on that, so I had my arm around his shoulder talking to him, thanking him for helping us. And when I did that, I stole the nail clippers out of his pocket and took them with me. And the inscription on the top of them says 555, and he claimed they were made by the 555th airplane that North Vietnam shot down over North Vietnam. So you can take that with whatever grain of truth you want.
Could you talk a little bit about learning to pick pockets in the prison system?
Yeah, I learned to pick locks early on, and they had really clumsy locks. And then we were also good at picking open handcuffs from even behind our back. Everybody had a little, what we called a cuff key. It was a little piece of steel from a nail or something like that that you use to get into the handcuff. And we got so good at that you could find the cuff key hidden in the lining of your underwear, and then reach around and loosen up your handcuffs, because they had fondness for tightening down the handcuffs and cutting off circulation and making pain. And then later on, just from practicing with guys and so forth, I kind of learned how, I knew the technique was to distract attention. I learned how to pick pockets, and was able to do it several times. But I made a vow when I left prison that I would never ever do it again, and I would never pick a lock again, because it's too much fun. I didn't want to get into trouble where the laws were.
What are some of the other things in there?
And this is a pipe that I had, that somebody gave me a pipe who didn't smoke it from their package. Eventually it broke and cracked, but I fixed it by winding some wire around it, that I found some wire and wound it around there to save it. And I smoked, I remember Borkham Riff tobacco. I don't smoke at all now, of course, but anyway, back then I did, and it was from Mike McGrath's package that he got from home. And Mike shared his packages with me in prison. I didn't get any from home, but he shared his with me. This is a toothbrush that lasted me 5 years. And then the other things are just cufflinks when I got home, and some patches from Operation Homecoming, and of course American flag on the bottom. So this is just a little memento thing that I put together shortly after I came home back in 1973, with time to do things, and put this one together.
Fantastic. You good, Bill?
I'm good.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, that's good. Excellent. Okay.
Get you guys to put this back up for me.
Yeah, we will do that.
Carrie's gonna hold on to it for a moment, and then let's take that plaque that you got for your donation service. There it is. Carrie's got it. Hold on one second. I need to bump audio here.